What is going on, people? You were on the lifeboat. This is Captain Calhoun speaking. I missed you guys, I have to say. I missed you guys. I probably could have taken another couple days off, but let's not do that. Let's not. Body Illusion, Miss Sunrise Dawn, Goddess Divine, Ben Bacon Bits. What is going on? The main man, Tara Smiling. I definitely missed you guys. How y'all doing? Jason P, Brazy Girl, Seven Sun, Marissa Roberts. What is going on? Becca Jean, Mac 187. Wait, 817. Pardon me. That is an entirely different penal code. Jamie Palmer. Jamie's first. Shannon Smith. Always a pleasure. Call me Matrix Rabbit. Good to see you. What's going on, guys? Roberta. What is going on? It's not easy being cheesy, I have to tell you. Miss Sunrise Dawn. Your name is so fun to say. Man, I have been watching you guys and just like wanting to just pop in here and kick my dad out, but he's doing a great job, by the way. Thanks to the Admiral for filling in and for, just for being a general awesome person, but especially for helping me out while I was down and out. Thank you, Admiral. Just Pauline, Ellie J. I live for now. Good to see you guys. How long has it been? It's been like 5 days or something, huh? Rexican Restaurant. Okay, you almost had me. I almost called you by your old name. I am a proponent of the new name. You guys have missed me too? Oh, that's sweet. Tammy's lurking. Robin Miners. Hey, how you doing? Thank you so much. I still am a little swollen. I still have a huge crater in my mouth. And my jaw is still quite sore. But I don't think I can wait any longer. I think we're just going to run it. We're just going to do it. We're just going to swing for the fences like I'm Barry Bonds, baby. And we're going to lifeboat or bust, And I don't think bust is I think we're just going to lifeboat is how that works. Karen Stein. That name sounds so familiar when I say it. Tara Smiling says, driving home, glad to see everyone. Welcome back, the lifeboat. Well, thank you. Matthew Serlin is me, Tina. I'm on my iPad instead of my phone. Oh, hi, Tina. What's going on? Teresa Baldassari, Lisa Trimble. What's going on, guys? Glad you're back. But the mom in me is saying don't push yourself. It's funny. There's like a definite dichotomy. Like, of course, I'm sure that this is like kind of a general rule of thumb, I think, for life, though. You're sick, you probably should take care of yourself, but you got bills to pay and you should probably go to work. What do you do? And this situation's a little different, but not really. You know what I mean? My dad's telling me to take as much time as I need in one breath, and then in the next breath, he's like, I really need you to do the show. And it's like, I don't really I understand the circumstances and I don't need someone to tell me what to do, right? So I have to decide for myself what I'm going to do. And right there lies the problem. I have to decide. So today I decided that I'm sick of pondering and sitting and waiting. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. And it's probably going to end up being a little uncomfortable towards the end of the show. It's going to be less than ideal, but it's my decision. And here I am, having made it. Love the new room arrangement. Me too. It feels huge in here now. Body Illusion. Dawn Gloves. Good to see you. I'm getting all right. I am getting all right. I feel like I have like a vampire fang, but it's just a tooth I'm hyper aware of because now the tooth behind it's gone. But it's weird. I have this like tooth that's just like sticking out in my mind. Leslie girl, sweet tea. You know, please hold. Mm-mm-mm. I don't think I've had some serious dental stuff done. I've gone to the dentist and had multiple things done at once, but um, I don't think that I've ever had as impactful of a dentist visit. I had two molars that are not there anymore, and they were right next to each other. So like the hole they left is one hole, the size of two teeth, and there's a suture in there. Which I think I've had a suture in my mouth before, but this is it's not like it's not like something that you get used to, right? But man, not fun. Immediate relief. And my energy is just out of control. I feel like a teenager. I feel like I quit smoking cigarettes for the first time. But yeah, that's a good thing. Everything, all good signs pointing to a bright future. And I could take more time, like I said, but I'm not going to. Um, my I don't know. Yeah, there's a million reasons I don't want to take more time, and there's like two reasons that I do want to take more time. So what can you do? Davey. Hey there. I intended to message you the other day, but I just got swept away. I just got swept away. Tenaciously Tina. What is going on? Debbie P says, hope you're feeling better. Please don't overdo it. I promise. I promise I will not overdo it. You know what I do when I'm not doing the lifeboat? I shut my mouth and I either watch cartoons or go about my day in a silent, non-jaw moving manner. And honestly, I've been icing my face for like 3 days straight. So, I mean, I'm as absolutely good as I possibly could be. Still not 100, but hey. Yeah, I'm glad to be here. I tell you what. I don't know what you're talking about, Lisa. Hopefully I didn't respond in a weird way. I know you just are supporting me. I accept your support. Kristen Melinda, how did I miss your name? Hello there. Good to see you. Just popping my head up to say hello. Can't stay, but glad you're feeling better. Well, thank you. I am feeling like a new man, Tara. Feeling like a new man with teeth on one half of his mouth. I feel like a new man with a pinch of halitosis, and I feel like a new man with a bright future and some non painful jaw. Yeah, I'm just figuring things out, Pauline. I do like the new setup. Yeah, I actually set it up like that to functionally put my feet up and watch cartoons on this screen while sitting back there with my feet on the table. So that's why that was the original idea. But the feel, there's so much more space. It doesn't translate. I know it looks like more, but standing in it's even crazier. No, don't be sorry, Lisa Trimble. I appreciate that about you, actually, and I think we're just miscommunicating a little bit. I love everything that you said. Hi, everyone. Hi, Spanx. Hope your pain is better, Shannon C. It is mostly better. It is mostly better. Yeah, in fact, Lisa Trimble, I'll give you permission to mother the crap out of me. I probably need it from time to time. My mom is a very hands-off mom. I mean, I guess I'm an adult. I'm 32 years old, right? But my mom's pretty hands-off, probably because I was such a handful for so long. Am loving the new room layout. This seems to be the general consensus. I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, it's pretty neat. I'm going to get a sweet vacuum so that rug shines like its former glory because it's a sweet rug, but it has loads of dust on it. Loads of dust on it. My favorite cartoon right now is One Piece, which is an anime. It's like a Japanese cartoon, but it's the best cartoon of all time. I must have said that out loud like 50 times in the last 3 days. I've just been sitting on that couch, like giggling, jumping up and down in excitement, watching One Piece. I'm on for those that watch this show, I don't know if any of you are fans of One Piece, but it's a anime about pirates and being friends and having grand adventures. It's kind of about connection, but I digress. Very exciting stuff. I forgot what I was going to say about it, but I'm on the Whole Cake Island arc right now, and I think I'm like within the last 20 episodes of that arc. So I'm almost to the end of this 1100 episode anime. And I watched every single episode, even the filler. Because I'm crazy. Cartoons is definitely being grown up. You know, cartoons they say are for kids, but I think that's just kind of like not allowing yourself to have fun. Like if you like cartoons and you're an adult, what do? You watch cartoons. I'm a big fan of late 80s, early 90s animes. I tell you what, there's I can't remember any off the top of my head right now, but they have like a certain feel. They have like a certain vibe. It was a very special time for anime, late 80s, early 90s, I have to say. Vampire Hunter D, huh? Mighty Mouse cartoons were the best, weren't they? I used to love all the spin-off episodes of like Tom and Jerry, and what was like Looney Tunes. There was like every once in a while you'd get like a weird spin-off episode where you would get some like interesting characters. Like what was Speedy Gonzalez? Remember him? That was a blast. And then there was like there was all kinds of different versions of the Looney Tunes and Scooby-Doo and all that stuff. I used to watch so many cartoons. I'm not a huge cartoon guy these days. In fact, I don't watch a whole lot of anything other than YouTube. I do not know how Uncle Johnny is, but I imagine he's well. Yeah. Kimba the White Lion. I am not familiar. Zaphod Beeblebrox. Mr. President. It's always an honor. Rock and Rule. All right. Here, you guys know how I do. I got to write both of these down or I'll never remember. Oh my. Come on, fingers. Come on. I had kind of a plan of what to talk about, but also it's like my first show back, so kind of just going to do whatever I want. I'm so happy to see you guys. Flintstones. Classic. I always preferred the Flintstones to the Jetsons. Controversial, but Invader Zim is definitely one of my all-time favorites. Such a weird, nasty, gross, awesome cartoon. It was kind of like it had that like certain parts of it were like super gross and weird, like Ren and Stimpy, but it was totally its own thing. Like there were other parts of it that were very different, but it definitely had some like Ren and Stimpy-esque moments, you know? I am feeling quite a bit better, El Bowman. Thank you for asking. I do still have a giant crater in my mouth and suture and my jaw. I don't know if you guys can tell. There's like a definite curvature to my jawline. I've been like staring at my face, trying to decide if my face is swollen. On this side, it's not. It's like the opposite. On this side, it's not bad right now because I just finished icing it, but it's like almost normal right now. Bet you by the end of the show, it'll be a little different looking. But that's neither here nor there. I'm feeling much, much better, El Bowman. I was totally getting sick and tired of like watching and waiting. I decided to kick the door down and get back on this boat. I'm really excited to be here. That's right. The boat goes where I want, but I try not to just drive it wherever I want. Akira's good. I've seen Akira. Well, maybe I'll bust into some stuff I actually wanted to talk about then. Here we go. Well, hit that like, subscribe, and the bell for notifications if you like what we do here. It certainly makes a big difference for us. I'm sure that you guys have been enjoying the Admiral's tenure here, because I have been enjoying his tenure here, and I've also been watching y'all enjoy the crap out of his tenure here, and that's great. I love it. I want you guys to know that the Admiral will continue to do daily things on the boat. And honestly, I'm not like he wants me to be the boss and like tell him what I want and stuff, and like I have like a grand vision, like I have an overarching like idea, but I don't like going to my tattoo artist and telling him what to do. You know what I mean? I don't like going to see my favorite band and be like, hey, play this song. I let the artists do their thing, and I would like to do that same thing with my dad. We're probably going to discuss like what time frame, or maybe I'm gonna put as little constraints as possible on the man, because he's just a killer. He's amazing. He does this better than anybody I know, and I strive to be as good as him. And I'm not comparing, right? But it is a very good model. It's something good to shoot for. So that being said, the Admiral is going to continue to be here. You're going to see him every single day, and you might even see him more than that. Who knows? It's all up to him, and I'm going to let him do what he wants. So that's pretty exciting. I also have some ideas on directions to kind of nudge him, which will be very exciting to watch unfold, especially for me, but also for everyone. um, yeah, skills and strategy take time. And, I am determined to take my time, because we really do have a whole lot of time. Well, I mean, I guess that's a double edged statement. Maybe not the statement I'd like to stand on here today, but Admiral's Airport show this morning was really, really good. I'm rewatching it. Things hit home. I'll be taking notes. Well, heck yeah, Brazy girl. I have to say, I have been. Which direction do I scoot? This way? There's my journal. Boop. Right here. Oh, that's pretty cool. I've been sitting there journaling, watching One Piece for 3 days. 3 days. I've done many other things as well. The house is epically clean. But I watched about 100 episodes of One Piece, I feel like. I've watched at least 50 episodes, probably way more. But I think less than 100, definitely less than 100, somewhere between 50 and 100 episodes of that stupid cartoon. Sounds like your dad likes to have a schedule on what's happening next. I like a schedule, which isn't always fun to be that person. You might be onto something. I definitely have the ability to kind of like see what's going on, like in that regard, like with people. I should be able to infer and tell, like, right, or even ask and have this thought. But I've just had so much going on. This is the first time I've had that thought. And I'm having that thought because you brought it up to me. So thank you for that. I definitely feel like, first off, let me just stop myself dead in my tracks. Do I not have an amazing amount of energy right now? Can you not tell a black and white difference? There must have been some kind of crazy infection in my mouth, dude, because I feel amazing. I feel crazy amazing. Crazy, crazy good, like a Pop-Tart. Like 2 Pop-Tarts out of the toaster. I feel incredible, body illusion. But the jaw, there's some soreness. But like, I definitely feel like we have traded up, and the jaw is going to heal. But whatever was ailing me before is gone. Has hit the road, Jack, and ain't coming back. I also never feel like cleaning seventh. Have to make myself do it because I can't stand to live in filth. So I do have to force myself to do so regularly. I try to clean as I go, and then whatever I failed at doing that with, I get on the weekend. That's pretty much how I do it. Unless there's something very pressing, I do it immediately, right? But I try to just clean as I go. And then if I screw some stuff up, if I get lazy on the weekend, I do the whole thing. I don't think I've ever pan-galactic gargled or blasted. But I'm down to try anything twice. Because maybe I did it wrong the first time. Get it? Leslie girl, what is going on? Good to see you. Yeah, I've been really working on that healthy home environment, El Bowman. Like having like an organized space is definitely not my forte. And having a clean space is something that I'm heavily working on because it's not my natural state. I wasn't born clean, I was born unclean. That was a weird metaphor. I wish I hadn't said that. But anyways, it's a skill I had to learn. It's not a skill I was born with. So definitely something that I put a lot of effort into these days because I recognize the great difference that it makes at the end of the day. I've started making my bed. You guys are going to think I'm full of it, but I literally don't make my bed. And I haven't this whole time. I've started making my bed since I've moved out here. And it's a game changer. And I shouldn't say since I've moved out here. I have started making the effort to change the fact that I don't make my bed. I've started putting the effort in to change that since I've moved here. Man, words suck sometimes. But yeah, the whole bed making thing is really cool. You want to know what my complaint was? And this still rings so true. It's like, that doesn't make any sense. I'm going to get back in it real soon. I might even get back in it in the middle of the day. Why do I find it like so necessary to make it super nice and neat every time I get out of it? You know what I mean? But that's beside the point. That was my main complaint. But the point is, when I make the bed, my life is different. And it's not something that can be quantified. You can't measure it in what are those things called? Graduated cylinder. You can't measure this thing with science stuff. An Erlenmeyer flask. Get out of here, Get out of here. And Pauline says, I can't not make my bed. Drives me crazy if it's not. I am well on my way to being this person myself, and I'm happy about it. I am happy about it. I'm not there yet. I'm definitely not there yet. And if I'm being honest, the bed's not made right this second, but that's because I dumped my laundry basket on it for folding. The work never ends, but it's okay. I'm happy to do it. It's work that I get to do. What do we got? Check out Carol at Needing a Meeting every weekday, 1:40 p.m. Pacific time. And also the Admiral at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. For the time being, we are going to discuss. I think he does want a set schedule. I think you are correct. So we're going to discuss that yeah, we're gonna set it up, and you all will get the memo ASAP as soon as I have it. Let's all put some ones up for Miss Dragon tomorrow, 10:30 a.m. Getting the head scanned. Good luck, Miss Dragon. I'm gonna keep you in my heart and my thoughts for sure. But I have faith. Please let us know how it goes as well, because now I'm going to be thinking about it. I don't know if you guys noticed, I'm wearing headphones. And I am not receiving computer audio through these things. I put them on to block out all distractions, because there was quite a few, if you know what I mean, these people. Anyways, I realized something the other day. Our friends that are real loud. The other day I was listening, and I'm pretty sure they were like playing a competitive video game, and I may have been misinterpreting the sounds the whole time. So I've resolved is the word I was looking for. I have resolved to stop listening. And it's not like I was like listening, you know what I'm saying? But I think that if I notice, I'm just going to be like, whatever, let go, because it's none of my business. There's a million reasons, but it's stressing me out is the main reason. So finding out that maybe they're just playing Tekken competitively blew my mind. Super stoked about that revelation. They could just be fighting each other in a video game. Who knows? Or they could be playing a shooter. It makes total sense. Although there are two specific occasions I can remember where there was a physicality going on, like a broken dish, and there was some bump-a-lumping once upon a time. But anyways, I realized that I spend too much time in here alone. At least I'm not peeking blinds, At least I'm not that guy anymore. I'm still the what the heck guy, but we're working on it. We're working on it. Don't you love owning the noobs on Halo? It's one of my favorites. One of my favorite things to do. I have not had the tea yet. I believe I'm going to receive this in either tomorrow or the next day. I have to get out there to get it. But I do remember reading that you said it arrived either today or yesterday. I can't remember specifically, but I know it's there waiting for me. So I'm excited to go get it. Thank you, Roberta. Miss Dragon does a great live Monday through Thursday at 1:20 Pacific tomorrow. She'll be on a special time at 10:30. I thought her head scan was at 10:30. 7th. Regardless, make sure to support our friend Miss Dragon. She's the best. I have to say, Miss Dragon, I've worn headphones going through metal detectors, and I have no idea what's going on in the machine that you're going to go through or whatever, but something about the metal detector made my headphones go like that crazy sound you hear in the movies when the radio is like getting interference. So I don't know how that'll work, but I hope that you can have your headphones, because that is my safety blanket sometimes, I have to say. Valerie 102, what's going on? Well, I'm glad it's helping you, Valerie. I am glad it's helping you. I sometimes feel crazy. I sometimes feel like I have a tinfoil hat like glued to my head that nobody can see. So like sometimes I don't feel comfortable speaking on controversial topics because I don't know if I'm just crazy or if I'm just like a uniquely intuitive individual. I feel like I don't know if I have anything to back that up at the moment. We'll come back to that. So we have jumped around a little bit, and I haven't talked about literally anything that I wanted to. So we're going to start talking about that stuff. I have, while healing from this mouth thing, I've been like evaluating my routine and like kind of just, for those RPG fans out there, min-maxing my routine. I've been trying to make my routine efficient, to make sure that everything has a purpose, make sure that there's room for everything that's necessary, including like fun stuff, right? Trying to make sure that everything's crispy so that this is something that we can always do. And I am here to report that the new routine, Anik Alexander, I saw you earlier and then didn't say hello, and that's my fault. I had intended to. But seeing your name again reminds me. I'm so happy you're here. I hope this message finds you well. Casey. Timber June. John Isabella, welcome in. Wow. I'm here to report that my new routine is fantastic. It's kicking the butt. I have playing guitar in my routine now. I have exercise. I have everything that I could possibly put in the routine is in there comfortably. It's not jam packed. It's like chilling, a nice transition from one, to the next. Everything makes sense. There's extra space. It's great. It's fantastic. Today was day one, and it felt amazing. And I, you know, the two teeth that are gone now, when they were in, were creating so many problems that I really couldn't tell what else was going on. I have a lot of damage in my mouth. I will be back into the dentist. I have cavities. Um, some that probably need to be treated pretty quickly here. I also have over here, I had a tooth pulled, I don't know, something way back when I still lived in Utah. And the dentist prepped it for a crown, and then I like never came back to get the crown put on or something. I'm not entirely sure how it went down, but he did a bone graft. He like prepped the area, so there's like this bony crater. Um, that was a long time ago. So I don't want to get into too much detail, but there's decay in that spot now, and it is getting down and into the tooth next to it, which is my farthest back molar that I need for chewing. So there's some anxiety. There is some forward looking, some planning. I need this to not be an issue again. So I am planning for that inevitability. And it shouldn't be an issue. I feel like I have faith. Everything's going to work out. I'm not entirely sure how it's going to work out, but I'm not scared. I mean, I definitely don't want to be toothless, Shannon Smith. Implants are very expensive. I feel like if I do with one tooth at a time, maybe it won't be. I don't know. That's what got me stuck so long and in inactivity with this is like looking at this whole mouth, this whole picture. Like I'm going to look at one tooth at a time. What's the most important thing? Probably this one, right? Like with the hole in the back of it, What's immediately after that? Probably the crater that's getting into the other tooth that I need for chewing. I don't know. Just trying to minimize and like trying to help myself make decisions is what I'm trying to do because I am terrible at it sometimes. So I don't know if we'll do implants. I don't know what we'll do. Maybe the Jetsons can grow me a pair of teeth in their future world. But most likely we'll be getting one tooth done at a time, and I probably will be doing crowns or something like that. I don't know. I would like to go just get it all done at once, but imagine that too. Imagine having all of your teeth pulled out and then fake ones put in all at once. That sounds like the worst possible reality imaginable in my mind. Sidetracked searching for a cigarette. I am frequently late for work because front 5 upper and lower teeth are bridges and not touching without. When you say you're frequently late for work, is that because you're like maintaining and like doing extra flossing and stuff? What do you mean exactly? I have to say, as my teeth get worse and worse and worse, I take better and better and better care of them. I floss after every meal, no joke, because if I don't, it causes immediate problems. I feel like I don't want to talk about my mouth a whole lot with you guys because it's embarrassing. It's bad. It's bad, folks. But check this out. My smile's not bad. It's still not terrible. Especially when I smile and I mean it. It looks pretty great. Looks fine. John Isabella says tooth pain is worse than broken bones. I have to concur. I've had only one broken bone, but it was not that bad. In fact, I was looking myself in the mirror, like, should I go to the doctor? I was not certain I had broke something or not. The Borg must have had dental issues, but I imagine their advanced civilization made short work of it. And also, do the teeth of the many, like, does the health of the teeth matter to the hive? You know what I mean? Does the queen of the Borg care about your teeth? You know what I mean? I don't think she does. I don't think she requires her servants to have teeth at all. In fact, it's probably better if they don't have teeth because then they're scarier. Just waltz up to whoever and go, "Bleh," you know? You know, that is a great point, Miss Dragon. Thank you for saying that. Workaholic Panda. I love that name. That reminds me, Valerie. Yeah, that first dentist I went to, I'm not gonna like say his like clinic's name on here or anything, but you want to know what he said to me? And this is gonna sound weird because like I have insurance, and they take my insurance, and he said that they take my insurance, and I made an appointment, like to come in. He was like, "All right, 2 days from now, come in." And it wasn't him. I was speaking to his secretary when I made the appointment. But I told her what was going on. I don't know if she remembered me or not. I don't know if she was even listening to a word I said. I think that she is. Well, I shouldn't say that. I think they're all the problem. It's a dirty operation over there. I think nice folks. They at least pretend to be nice. But what was I talking about? Yeah, I got there and they said, so we were planning on doing this, but now you want to do this. We're gonna have to like send off to the insurance again. It's gonna be a couple days to pre-authorize. And what I should have said was, this is a doctor's office, right? Do the work, send off to the insurance. You know what I mean? That's my brain wasn't working. I was panicking actually. I was a little panicky, and and I said, I'm insured here. What the heck? Like I spent money to be here. I've been suffering for days waiting for this appointment. You could have told me this on the phone. Your secretary didn't say anything about this. What, you're just going to have me? And then he's like, no, 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 you can just come back. We can get you in a couple hours, if you want to pay for it in cash, which there's two problems there. No, I don't have cash for this. And two, I'm not from around here. I don't live around here. What am I going to friggin' do for 2 hours? I spent money to taxi my body to your office for the stupid appointment that isn't even real. You didn't even put a real appointment down. You have no idea what's going on. So I like called my dad. I was like, give me a second. Let me figure this out, right? Called my dad. I'm like, do you have any money? Send me some money, because I need to get this done. And now he wants money. And my dad was like, let me work on it. All right. Give me, let me cook. And I said, okay, thank you so much. I'm so sorry. He went and was going to XYZ some family heirlooms. And I said, okay, cool. He said, I'll have you the money within the hour or whatever. I told the dentist that, and he was like, well, we can't really do that. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, I came all the way out here. Like, are you willing to work with me? Like, I had an appointment for a thing. Now you want to send off to my insurance. Are you jerking me around? I feel like I'm being extorted. He's like, look, think about it like this. And I quote, this is hilarious and just stupid, so stupid. When you go to the grocery store, do you tell them you're going to pay them in an hour? And what I should have said there, and I didn't, I actually left this in the Google review instead. I should have said, I'm sorry, is this a grocery store? I thought I was in a doctor's office. But at that moment I said, I can't do this. And they had the thing on me. I ripped it off and tried to be nice. And I said, I'm sorry if I'm out of sorts, but I can't do this right now. And I walked out. Some people's children, dude, I swear. But, in hindsight, it's not that aggravating because obviously he's a crook. The whole operation, they were telling me how busy they are. You should go look at the waiting room, trying to get me out of there, right? Because they know I don't have money. When I finally got out of the chair into the waiting room, there was nobody in the waiting room. Every time that secretary and I had a conversation, she looked at me like, you don't have any money. I was trying to wonder, I was trying to figure out what that look was. I wasn't entirely certain. It wasn't a nice look. It was definitely a judgmental, down the lines of my nose kind of look. But I wasn't entirely sure exactly what was behind it, but I'm confident and I will, I'd stand on the words. I think that she was looking at me like, you can't afford this. Anyways, it's in the past. For real, what's with the shaming? Can you believe a doctor would treat a person like that? Apparently, this isn't uncommon. It's just the first time that I've experienced it. Wow. I'm sweating just talking about it. That made me so unhappy. I was like physically shaking after that. I had to like go for a walk. I spent the next hour and a half like on the phone in the shade across the street trying to figure out what the heck I was going to do. On the verge of tears. Oh, I see what you're saying, sidetracked. Man, that sucks. I'm so sorry to hear that. So if you don't put them in the right spot, do they look silly or does it feel silly? Like, and maybe I'm asking too many questions, but I'm looking at getting removable bridges and whatnot in the near future. So I guess that's why I'm curious. So don't feel like you need to answer, but that's why I'm such a curious critter today. I have totally been looking at this. Workaholic Panda says consider Mexican dentists. They have been good for me. I definitely am looking into it, and I apparently have everything I need to cross the border and come back. So that is definitely on the radar. It's definitely something I'm looking into. The like praise be, it's over though. Like it's fixed. I feel great. It's not an issue anymore. So I will have future dental issues as we just talked about. But man, that first dentist, the second dentist, I can't wait to go back. That's not true, but in comparison, oh man, oh man. And this may be the case, but they don't care. Those people didn't care. I don't know if that's the case or not. I've been denied care because of money many times. Many, many, many times. And every time it hurts. It hurts like in here. My friend's husband is a dentist and he evaluates the ability to pay for all the extras that they try to sell you. I never looked at dentistry as like a business until I seen these dentists the other day. And it's just one dentist and a bunch of chicks working in there, but yeah, that was the one that was recommended to me by my family too. I wonder, my family has money though, like they're fine, they're well off. It makes me wonder. I wonder maybe was that the dentist that my family had like referred their kids to once they were like out of the house and like adults by themselves? Like what exactly was the case? Was that where she goes, my aunt? I don't know. I don't know. I know that she wouldn't have recommended it if she had had a negative experience there or something like that. And I don't hold it against her at all, but it definitely makes me wonder and ask questions. I wonder what her relationship to that dentist was. I can definitely see her getting treated completely different than I did because she doesn't have money problems. I imagine people go in there with money and have a completely different experience, Because I remember the first time I went, I did feel very listened to and talked to and held. Like I definitely felt like I had a good communication with this guy. But I think he's just a really good salesman. Piece of dirt. Christian B says, my father messaged me tonight. I hope you don't mind that I'm reading this. I mean, my father messaged me tonight to tell me I am out of his will if I don't apologize to his wife. What does he want you to apologize to his wife for? Because that seems like even if there's nothing, like you don't feel like you did anything, like it seems like a super easy like thing to do. You know what I mean? And I'm not I have no idea what you're going through. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure that it's hard for you. I'm just saying, um, that from where I'm sitting in apologies, not super bad, right? I mean, unless it's like some crazy, I don't know. Tell us the sitch, Christian. I definitely want to know. I'm sorry you're going through that. How important is it to you that you're in the will? It sounds pretty important. If it was me, I would probably just apologize, even if there's nothing to apologize for. But again, it totally depends. Like, what is he actually asking you to say to his wife? That's very important, right? There's different kinds of apologies, uh, and I definitely don't envy that at all. Yeah, man, let us know what's going on. I'm pulling for you. I keep hearing this, Layla Bradley. America is terrible for healthcare. In Ireland and most of Europe, you can walk into emergency care, and in your case, they would have sorted out your dental issues on the spot. I went to the ER 3 friggin' times for this, and they didn't do anything. Sent me home with uh, antibiotics that kind of worked. Why would that be the first thing he said? I have this thought sometimes too with my family. Like, have you no decency? Maybe a hi, how you doing? Would have been cool. Is Christian B still in here? You all right, dude? We're pulling for you. Holla at us. Let us know how you're doing. Oh my. Sidetrack searching for a cigarette. Dennis said, I don't know what to do. It's not what you want to hear. That is definitely not what you want to hear. Yeah, I have trauma with like doctors and dentists. I don't understand. I'm not a doctor and I'm not a dentist, right? So I don't understand what needs to happen and what they're doing and whatnot, right? And I feel like I'm like pigeonholed into trusting their word. And I've had these terrible experiences. So now I feel like I'm in this position where I have to vet these doctors as soon as I meet them. And there's not really a whole lot to go on. You kind of have to pay for service at the same time. Uh, and I hate it. I don't throw that word around a whole lot. I definitely don't throw it around lightly, but I hate it. Hate. Hate. And now that I'm thinking more about that situation, Christian, it reminds me of my grandparents would offer me help often as a young adult, but their help always came with a cost, and it wasn't like a spoken cost, but like they expected me to like have a job. They expected me to XYZ. They expected me to cut my hair to a certain way. They expected me to act a certain way and do certain things. And if I didn't do these things, which there were a number of, the help would be repealed. And sometimes I was living with them, sometimes I was not living with them, and it was like other kinds of help. Um, but that was something that I had to address, and I don't necessarily feel. I think that so I attempted to address this with my grandparents at one point. I don't remember when or how old I was. I was 20 something. I was 20 something. I was between 22 and 27. I don't know. I'm not going to be too specific, but I recognized this and I needed help, but I didn't want to do all these stupid things that served them and not me. In my mind, that's what was going on in my head. Objectively, probably not stupid things, right? Probably things that would serve me, but just not the way I wanted. Anyways, I attempted to communicate with them about this, like, hey, your help always comes at a cost. And it's not like the cost that we talk about. It's like you expect me to XYZ, stand up tall, wear these shirts. I don't know. I'm making poor examples, but They definitely wanted me to live a certain lifestyle uh, if I was to receive their help. And I attempted to tell them like, look, like I really need help, but I'm not. I'm not. I find myself not asking you guys because I don't want to cut my hair, because I don't want to X, because I don't want to Z, and I definitely don't want to Y. You know what I mean? I find myself like I don't want to feel beholden to you. I don't want to be like shackled to your expectations. And ever since we had that conversation, I don't think that they offer the same help, but there's never any attachments anymore. If they offer help, it's out of the goodness of their heart now. So I feel like I did a good job. Whatever I said to them, I think I did a good job of communicating. And I have to say about my grandparents, they have always been good listeners. If I can calm myself, center myself enough to like figure out how to express exactly what I'm feeling, like they genuinely care and they receive that message. I might not get the response that I want, but I definitely cannot say that they don't love me. I definitely cannot say that they didn't listen. Thank God for my grandparents. I definitely would not be here without them. Maternal. My mom's parents are the best. Not that there's anything wrong with my dad's parents. They're also the best, but we are currently talking about my mom's parents. Christian, I can tell that this conversation with your pops or this text with your pops is affecting you greatly, but I don't know what about it is like really hitting you. You know what I mean? Like there are a number of aspects of this conversation that don't seem very wholesome to me. You know what I mean? So I could see a bunch of reasons, but like, what about this bothers you the most? You say you don't want his money. You brought up your little brother. Um, he's never liked you. It seems like, you guys kind of understand y'all's relationship or whatever, but I guess I just want to understand why this is a big deal. I mean, I guess it's a big deal because it's your dad. That's a stupid question. That makes sense to me. The hardest, um, I find some of the hardest stuff that I have to walk through is related to my blood family. Some of the hardest things that I have to deal with, some of the most difficult situations that I have to walk through, and honestly, some of the most ridiculous like realities have been forced upon me by my family. Like I don't know if I think I told you guys this, but my grandparents dropped me off at the homeless shelter like a week after my 18th birthday. Like they pulled up, walked me in there like it was like the counselor's office at school. They had no idea what they were doing. They had no idea what they were leaving me in. But it it's funny. They had that thing set up like a counselor's office in a school. I don't know if they do that shit on purpose. I don't know. Pardon my language, but either way, things family ties are hard. Was my point. And I'm really sorry that you're going through all that. Well, I'm going to change the subject. We have 69 viewers. Ooh, second time I looked, it had changed. That's what I get. We are going to change the subject. Oh, and it's all right. I turned out okay, and we're friends now. So I'm really happy that we're friends now. So I'm taking this Salt Lake City trip in 14 days, exactly 2 weeks, I think. I have done some research. I have done some planning. And I have some information to share with you guys. I remember telling you that there was going to be lots of fire, lots of dancing and all kinds of stuff, right? Well, I have specifics. I have specific things to tell you to look forward to now. And I don't know exactly what is going to get filmed. I will be filming the temple burn at the very least. And that is the quiet, somber, emotional, like meaningful, heartfelt burn. The other burn they usually do is the effigy burn, is what they call it, effigy. I read, I don't have it pulled up anymore for some reason. Probably because I just thought I was the bestest and I would remember the information, but that's not the case. They will not be burning the effigy this year at all. Instead, they will be doing a drone show and a fireworks show. Bleh, boo, boo. I've seen a couple drone shows, and I feel like I've seen them all. Like, okay, it's cool, like it's novel, right? But I want to build a structure and burn it to the ground. That's the whole point. That's how I want to do it. But I'm not in charge. So they will be burning the temple, which is something that the community comes together, builds, and then we burn. And it's everyone like I'll end up going in there with the camera probably because, and I don't know. Yeah, I don't want to like, because I want to show you how personal it is. People go in there and they like put up pictures of their dead friends or their pets, and they write messages, and it's just all these things that people are trying to let go of in the temple. It's very, very emotional. I've bawled my eyes out in the temple many times. I have not tinked while I've been recovering, Brazy, and I will not be doing that today either, unfortunately. That just gave me a little anxiety. I was like, ooh, tink? Yeah, no, not today, unfortunately. I don't think I should. But yeah, I want to show you guys the temple. I want to show you guys the temple burn. So we'll get two aspects of it. And then I don't know. I'm not entirely sure what I'll be sharing, but I will get at least those pieces of vid. And I wanted to let you guys know that that will be the only burn. There will be a fire performance before the drone show. I'll probably get that on film too. I am not going to film the drone show. I'm on strike. And I actually, unpopular opinion, I hate fireworks. And you know, earlier I said I don't really bandy that word about. It kind of seems like I do now. We're talking about a bunch of stuff I don't like, but dude, loud noises, not my favorite. My sister brought this word up to me today, and it's spelled like this. It's spelled like miso soup, but it's misophonia. Apparently, this is perfectly describes me. And I think that is the main reason that I don't like fireworks. Also, if I can hear food inside your mouth, I want to die. And I think that this is why. And I learned about it today, misophonia. Very, very interesting. I'm going to have to look it up again to tell you. I already forgot what it means. Selective sound sensitivity syndrome. Yeah. Is a condition characterized by strong emotional reactions to specific sounds. The other one I was reading said something about repetitive triggers. But anyways, so I'm really excited about the Salt Lake trip. Maybe I can convince Jake to get together with me in person, and then we can both be on camera together. Maybe I can convince him. I don't know. I'll have to ask him if he's convincible. I saw Cosmic Christie yesterday, but not today. It is about that time, isn't it, V? Dude, if the tooth holes were on the bottom, we might just have to put Tink in there just to figure it out, you know? But they're on the top, so. When you say you took one more day off, are you trying to convince me to play games with you, dude? Is that what this is about? You know, I don't know if I want to play games, but I will talk at you. I would love to talk with you. I would love to get in there and just talk. All right, guys, I'm going to get the heck out of here. Oh, no way. Cool. I'm going to send you the dates. It's Tuesday to Tuesday, I believe. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. That reminds me, before it gets too much later tonight, I got to call Grandma and Grandpa to tell them you're coming over for dinner. They're going to be so ecstatic. Grandma's going to be like, oh, you know how she does. She makes those really excited noises. She's going to make them. Maybe I can get her to make lasagna. I don't know. Whatever they make is going to be amazing. You know how Grandpa does. He's a straight bad man on that grill. I tell you what. I know. I promise, guys, I'm getting out of here. I love you guys so much. I've missed you. This was the best. I'm so stoked. What'd you guys think? Tell me what you think. So have way more energy, obviously, right? It's not just in my mind. My jaw is not sore, but I bet you as soon as I stop using it, it'll try to talk to me. That's usually how it goes. Like I will get in this like zone, and then if I allow myself to go out of the zone, then we experience reality. Thanks, El Bowman. I appreciate that. Sherry LeBrun, I did great. More energy, 100%. Well, I'm hoping that was the snag on the energy, because this is how I normally am. I am ADHD to the max. And it has been really weird being like, I couldn't tell if it was like, I'm new to this, I'm not confident. I couldn't tell what it was. But I think it was because I had an infection in my head. And now I don't. So I have all this energy again. Very strange, but I feel great. Thanks, Christian B. I appreciate that. That means a lot, dude. Oh, dude. Well, I'm happy to tell you I'm not going anywhere. I will be back in the morning. And I remember there was a general consensus, something that I would, not general consensus. What's different words that I'm looking for? But I would say a lot before I got my teeth removed. I have all these ideas and I just don't have enough energy, or like the energy was a holdup. Now that's not the case. Now we can spread our wings. Not only am I going to be here every day, I don't know if I'm going to be here in the mornings as well right away. Maybe I'll take tomorrow morning off, right? But I will be here twice a day. But not only that, I will be able to do other things. I'll be able to get involved more, do emails, comments, be in the Discord, do shows in the middle of the day that are impromptu and fun and exciting and off topic. I will be able to do and try all the things that have been in my brain now that I have the energy to, obviously. So, Christian, I'm really excited. I'm back. I'm back, baby. And, I don't know if you email me or if you just come in and chat and stuff, but if you feel like emailing me or messaging me, please do. I'd love to have a dialogue with you. I have daddy issues too. And it's interesting. I don't know why family situations seem to be so hard for me and potentially for other people too, but I think it's because we don't get to choose them. Like it's a bond that's forced upon us, and forced maybe is the wrong word, but my mom birthed me. Now I have a family based upon it's not a choice that, it's something that you have to reckon with. Like, okay, these people are my people, whether I like it or not. And that might be why it's so difficult, but this has been a theme in my life since the beginning. So I would love to talk with you more about it, or, whatever you want, Christian. I've got you back though. That's what I want to tell you. So hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Tara is tomorrow night. What does that mean? Oh, tomorrow's I believe Tara tries to line her time up so that it doesn't interfere with my time. So I will have to speak with her if we're going to be doing collabing or anything like that. I'm not I don't want to push anybody's times around. You know what I mean? I want to give you guys like the space to do y'all's thing. Anyways, my brain is like kind of drooping now a little bit, like half of a seizure victim, but seizure is not the right word. I have to get out of here. Catch the Admiral this evening at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. Hit that like button, the subscribe, and the bell for notifications if you like what we do here. It certainly makes a difference. Shout out to every single one of you. You guys are the real heroes here. You guys are the real heroes here, and I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you, Jason P. It's great to be back. I will maybe be back in the morning, maybe not. Don't hold me to it. I'll shoot for it, but I might take tomorrow morning off just for continuity's sake. But I will be back, if not tomorrow morning, the following morning, twice a day. I will be here tomorrow evening at the very least. But love you guys. Have a great evening.